Cynthia Jordan. I'm the founder of Learn, Look, Locate, and I am so excited because I am talking to Stephanie Lieber. She is the executive director of Imerman Angels, one of my most favorite organizations, and one of the reasons why I started Learn, Look, Locate. I would not have made it through my breast cancer journey without Imerman Angels. They're a one-to-one cancer support mentor program that's free and international to anyone in the world who's looking to get support during this difficult time for caregivers, survivors, previvors. And Stephanie, I am going to ask you a little bit about this amazing organization and how it all works.
Absolutely, and I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for always including us and for being such a collaborative partner in this work that we do to help support the cancer community. So thanks for inviting me, and thanks for all the good work you and Learn, Look, Locate do to support the breast cancer community.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure, and I feel that the world needs to know more about you. You are this hidden gem and a gift to people like myself, and I want more and more people to know what you do. So can you share with us how this all works?
Absolutely. I always like to start with the story of our founder, Johnny Imerman, because that just sort of illustrates the need and the why. Johnny was 26 years old when he was diagnosed with testicular cancer. He was on the precipice of his sort of adult life, figuring out who he was and who he wanted to be and what was ahead, and then cancer out of nowhere. And he always likes to talk about the first chemo session. He is surrounded by family and friends. His chemo infusion, the chemo infusion room he was in was so overrun with people that the nurses had to keep coming in to say, be quiet. You have to keep it down. There are other people in here. And Johnny talks about how much support he had coming at him, but how he never felt more isolated or alone, despite the fact that he was in this crowded room of love. He said no one in that room understood what it was like to be a young adult cancer survivor. They didn't know what it was like to consider surgery where you lose your testicle. They didn't know what it was like to have chemo, what it was going to be like to lose your hair, what kind of things you were going to eat. He had no one to turn to ask these questions, to be scared, to be sort of authentically nervous and anxious about what was ahead with this cancer journey. And so when he was out of treatment, he thought, I'd like to be able to provide that support to other people. And he soon realized that he was a 26-year-old at the time, actually 27, 28 after treatment, a 26-year-old young man. And he couldn't provide that type of support to the 60-year-old woman who had breast cancer, or the 35-year-old young mother who was just diagnosed with cervical cancer. And so he thought, there's something here. We need to create a program where we can support each other. You can have a cancer confidant in your cancer journey, whether or not you're a cancer fighter, you're a caregiver, you're someone supporting a loved one through their cancer journey. We know that talking to someone who has been there, who has been through what you've been through, and who shares similar life experiences, that could be anything from being a young parent, to a grandmother, to a veteran, to an Orthodox Jew, to a marathon runner. All of these things were bigger than our cancer diagnoses. And so when we match at Imerman Angels, when we match you with this mentor angel or cancer confidant, we do it certainly based on the cancer type, but really on who you are as a person and what's important. So having said that, that was 16 years ago. In the 16 years since Johnny started the organization, we have made over 34,000 matches. We have trained and registered 14,000 mentor angels. We match any type of cancer, any stage, anywhere in the world.
Wow. So for me specifically, I feel like this was, my life-saving situation. The woman you paired me up with had almost the same cancer. And she also, she educated me on what to ask for and what to do. And that is also why I wanted to start this, because I feel like nobody should go through this alone, and everyone should be educated, inspired, and empowered, and all of that. So with that being said, let's talk about the international outreach and how, if someone is young and going through, whether it be a stage 4 metastatic breast cancer diagnosis, I know that's a big, very important part of our mission together. So
Yep,
we want to connect the stage 4 breast cancer community, and together we've been working with Theogen
we have.
to raise that awareness. And with that being said, we both have wrapped our arms around this and have easy access to Imerman Angels and Theogen clinical trials that are available for anyone going through stage 4 breast cancer, and the opportunity to connect with an Imerman Angel. So let's talk about that. Tell me a little bit more.
So many things there to dig into. You talked about our shared commitment for the stage 4 community, metastatic community. Both of us, personally and professionally, have deep feelings about making sure that that stage 4 community has the right type of community support, personal support, individual support, because it's very different when you are faced with a stage 4 diagnosis versus a stage 1 or a stage 2 diagnosis. And in our world at Imerman Angels, making sure that we're matching on that is really important. It is a different life experience. And we want to make sure that you are talking to someone who understands what you're going through, who can give you the tools, the support, the understanding, and the comfort that you really need in that time and space. So I just want to amplify our commitment, Theogen's commitment to making sure that the stage 4 community really feels supported, and their cancer experience is not solitary. And we also talk a lot about the world of clinical trials in the space of cancer, and making sure that people understand, are educated, informed, have the tools to be their own best self-advocate with the medical community. And then, when they have questions about what's it like to be part of a clinical trial, we have that experience at Imerman Angels. Our mentors have that experience. So if you want to talk to someone to say, hey, did you get better treatment, worse treatment? Did you know anyone who could help support the transportation costs, whatever it may be, the questions you have, we have someone to match you with to help support you through the decision-making and journey of clinical trials.
That is so important, Stephanie, because also I want to point out that on the website, under the stage 4 page, under the Inspire tab, we do have a direct link to the Theogen clinical trials. Great. And we also have a direct link to you. Thank you. Yeah, it's really special, because we want people to understand that, with your matching way of doing things, that people can really relate and understand. I also have a relationship with the breastcancertrials.org for all clinical trials: radiation, lymphedema, chemotherapy, brain mets. So all on the website as well. So I think together, if we continue to raise the awareness, so people, not only survivors, but previvors and caretakers, know that they can be connected. And it's not just breast cancer, it's all cancers too. We want to point that out. We want to raise that awareness.
Yeah.
So our work together is unique, it's special, it's a kind of a global mission to connect us and really bring the emotional side of this disease to the forefront. Don't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. We at Imerman Angels, we talk about how we fill the understanding gap in cancer care. Our doctors, even our nurses and the sort of clinical team, they're there to meet your medical needs. They're there to cure your cancer. We at Imerman Angels are here to provide that comfort, understanding, and support that you don't always get in the clinical setting, that they're not often equipped to give you, mostly because they don't understand. It's going to be very hard for, the 65-year-old male doctor to understand a 35-year-old woman who's having a double mastectomy. It's, as empathetic and sensitive as that doctor may be, they haven't lived that experience. And so that's why we're here, to fill that understanding gap that sits in the medical community.
I love what you just said. I actually have a vision of how this could be positioned so people understand filling that gap first. You
Yep.
know, like we're on the train ride to get the treatment, but let's fill that gap first. Let's
Yep.
fill the most important part of the words you have cancer first.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I just wanted to say thank you. The partnership is beyond special. I want everyone all over the world who's diagnosed with any cancer to understand it's as easy as a click and a link to Imerman Angels. I have it on the Connect page. I have it on the Stage 4 page. And it's just a simple form. If you want to be a mentor, if you want to be a Stage 4 mentor, if you need a mentor, if you have a friend that needs a mentor, please reach out to Imerman Angels. You can send me a note, and we are here for you. So any last thoughts, Stephanie?
We are free. We are accessible. We are ready to support you in your time of need, whether or not you have a recent diagnosis, you're in the middle of treatment, you're supporting someone through cancer. That's why we're here. And I just want to thank you again, Cynthia, and thank our partners at Seagen for all they do to support the cancer community and the cancer fighters, survivors, previvors, and caregivers that we work with every day.
Yes, wonderful. So thank you, Stephanie. I'm going to let you finish your day here. So thank you so much.